Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer from English with Jennifer. I teach English, not Spanish, but sometimes I like to post videos about my own language learning journey. Did you hear how I stressed English and contrasted it with Spanish? When we speak, we can shift stress to a certain word in order to focus attention there. Stressing a word means lengthening the stressed vowel sound. English. We also tend to say a stressed syllable louder and at a higher pitch, meaning our voice goes up. English. I teach English, not Spanish. To emphasize an idea, we can go beyond stress. We can use grammar and vocabulary. Let's look at 10 different ways we can create emphasis. Sentence adverbs might emphasize a new idea, something just said, or the truth. Truly, I love learning. I'm currently taking Tai Chi classes, piano lessons, Spanish classes, and Russian lessons. In conversation, Americans like to use the phrase really and truly. I really and truly love learning. Actually helps us clarify and emphasize the truth. Actually, I took piano lessons as a child, but I'm regaining my skills now as an adult. In terms of mental health, Tai Chi has been helpful indeed. Indeed can also have an initial position to stress the truth. Indeed, Tai Chi has been helpful. Intensifiers are adverbs. Intensifiers allow us to emphasize a single word and not just a whole idea. I have a lesson on this topic in my grammar playlist. Intensifiers include very, really, totally, utterly. Here are 2 more. Have you ever felt completely lost in life? I've benefited from extremely generous acts of kindness. Have you? Very is an intensifier, and we usually use it before an adjective or an adverb. Very beautiful, very fast. But I'd also like to note that we can use the very plus noun or pronoun for emphasis.
Judge Mercer.
Ah, the one who hates you and tried to get you disbarred.
The very one.
The man is referring to one judge, and one judge in particular. That one and no one else.
Okay, I'm gonna need your finest Sea Island cotton with a white club collar and French cuffs.
I have the very thing.
In that clip, the customer is looking for a very specific kind of shirt. The salesperson informs him, I have the very thing, meaning I have exactly what you want. In negative statements, we can use not any to emphasize the absence of something. But often a simple no can be just as strong, if not stronger. Compare. He doesn't have any time. He has no time. I don't see anyone. I see no one. They aren't offering any other alternatives. They're offering no other alternatives.
I don't have any talent. I don't have any money.
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
You have no authority, you have no opinions, and you have no choice in this matter. Am I understood?
When we want to strongly deny that someone isn't something, we can use no plus a noun. She's no friend of mine. I like to paint, but I'm no Picasso. We can use no plus the name of a famous person who represents the ultimate talent. I'm no Picasso.
I thought you'd done this before. Well, I have. It's no picnic.
He's certainly no Einstein.
This is a useful structure when you want to emphasize the opposite. Put your own example in the comments. Maybe you play soccer, but it's just for fun. So you can say, I enjoy playing with my friends, but I'm no Messi. There are many expressions we use to emphasize states and conditions. Let's see if you know some. If a person eats very little, we say they eat like a bird. If a person is extremely thin, we might say they're thin as a rail. We also have set phrases that we use to mean completely or extremely. Can you fill in the missing word? Completely dark, pitch dark or pitch black, completely quiet, dead quiet or dead silent, extremely cold, ice cold, extremely hot, scorching hot, boiling hot, totally new or completely new, brand new. The next few ways to emphasize an idea use grammar structures. Remember, grammar is our friend. It's a tool we use to organize our ideas and express them as accurately as possible. Let's first talk about fronting. This means we put important information at the front of the sentence. This initial position emphasizes these ideas. Every year, I celebrate my birthday with a cake. Compare that to the more neutral statement. I celebrate my birthday with a cake every year. Time expressions commonly take this initial position for emphasis. We set off such phrases with a comma. We do this with adverbs of manner as well. Suddenly, they turned on the lights and called out, "Surprise!" With prepositional phrases in the initial position, writers sometimes use subject-verb inversion. In a faraway land lived a princess who longed to find love and adventure. This kind of wording is common in books and in storytelling. We switch the position of the subject and verb after the prepositional phrase. Do you know what other words require subject-verb inversion? I have a whole other lesson on negative adverbs. They include seldom, never, rarely, hardly, and under no circumstances. I'm including them in this category of fronting because the inversion happens when we put the negative adverb at the front of the sentence in the initial position. This pattern is more typical of formal English, but you may hear it in spoken English too. Listen for the inversion after negative adverbs.
Seldom have I heard an explanation so well rehearsed.
Not once did we do that.
Not once did you apologize.
And under no circumstance are we to attempt direct contact.
The next three grammar structures are called clefts, which basically means we split up the sentence and position a piece of it for emphasis. To create an it-cleft, we use it is or it was. Then we name a person or thing, who or that. The emphasis goes on the person or thing in the first part of the sentence. It was my son who got me into hockey. I had watched my younger brother play a little, but when I had to go to all the games and practices, I really started to learn the rules of the game and appreciate the sport. Note that the person or thing being highlighted is then followed by an adjective clause, an identifying adjective clause. Maybe you know that I'm also on Instagram, but it was YouTube that launched my online career. Can you create your own example in the comments? The next pattern is a Wh-cleft. We can use a WH clause as the subject. That's a noun clause that begins with a WH word, a question word. The WH clause comes before the highlighted information. It leads up to information that's new and important. What I really want is a full day at a spa.
I want to be like the rest of my family. What I want is Fiona. I love her.
Using what is the most common pattern, but it's also possible to create a cleft with other question words. How much money a person makes is something I don't usually ask. A WH cleft usually presents two options because we can flip the parts around without changing the meaning. A full day at a spa is what I really want. Something I don't usually ask is how much money a person makes. All clefts are similar. We place phrases that begin with all at the front of the sentence for emphasis. Listen for these patterns. All I hear is. All I want is. All I know is.
All I hear is I want to get married. I want to get married.
All I want is Seattle.
All I know is we need Al.
Let's review with a quiz. 10 questions. Ready? 1. I truly love seafood. Truly, I love seafood. 2. The gown was utterly gorgeous. 3. That's the very car I want to have one day. That's the very car I want to own one day. 4. I have no patience. 5. This is no joke. 6. Turn on some music. I don't like when it's dead quiet. 7. Every morning I stretch from head to toe. 8. It was Joseph who gave me that advice, not Chris. 9. What the world needs is more compassion. 10. All I need is your love. How did you do? Go back and review as needed. Remember, you can put your own examples in the comments, okay? We'll end here. Please remember to like and share the video if you found the lesson useful. As always, thanks for watching and happy studies.
Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, X, and Patreon. And don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube. Turn on those notifications.